You know, this video is about one question. And before I tell you what the question is, I need to frame you. I want you to think about what it is I do. I'm a facilitator. I'm somebody that's studied neuroscience for many, many years. I look at people's programs. I look at where they live. I look at their limitations. I look at their beliefs. I look at my own. I've got people who support me, who I give permission for them to challenge me. That's how I continue to make breakthroughs, because of the counsel I've got round about me. But it's also about how powerful and how frequently you ask questions. I was sitting with Jason Lister and Dave Crosby this week doing a strategic meeting, and one of the things that came up was the counsel that we have round about us has an impact on why we are the way we are, because it's about the people that we have in our life. But we also talked about questions. But where does the questions come from? It comes from that self-discovery of who you are. The more you discover who you are, the more powerful the questions become. But let me ask you this, think about this. What is it that I'm doing? I'm working between your three minds and your intuition, heart coherence and brain coherence, but I'm suggesting things. And what I want you to think about is I want you to remember when you went for your first driving lesson, or you went for your first flying lesson. Do you see, even me saying flying lesson and you sitting there going, flying lesson? But why no? It's a suggestion. Why no? But the point is that you're going in the cockpit to learn about the dials. You're going in the car to learn about the gears and to drive the car efficiently. That's what I'm doing. I'm just facilitating information for you to filter through the three minds, but my job is to do a sequence of things that creates conscious awareness where you go, so what stops you asking this question every day? What's the question? What is possible? I ask myself that every morning in nature. And when I go out and close off the day in nature at night, I sit on a bench, it's silence, there's nobody there. I listen to the birds and I basically look out right over Loch Lomond and I basically say, what is possible? And when I allow that question to go in, it manifests itself, but there's more to it. If I'm being coached, if I'm being developed, if I'm doing repeated learning, but I'll tell you where the fuel comes from. The fuel comes from the people and the counsel that I have round about me, whether it's non-execs, whether it's coaches, or whether I'm just around unbelievable human beings. Because when you're around the human beings, you come alive. Even how you walk, how you talk, how you live with purpose, how you live with passion, how you know that this could be your last day, how you know you're only here once and you're going to make every day count. In fact, you're going to make your life count. This isn't about a career. This isn't about an endurance event. This is about your whole life. These guys here who have been up Kilimanjaro 300 times, 500 times, 1,000 times, that's the people that I choose to be around. The people that are talking to me today. My good friend Kenny, in the channel again, probably for about the third time. Done quite talking for him. He's just been back for a country that away doing a crazy ultra again. These people are the people that stimulate you. I refuse to have negativity, I refuse to complain, and I refuse to moan. I will not allow that frequency within my mind, but I will also not allow any energy field around my life to be around my vicinity of where I'm at, because you're then going to steal time from me, for me to create, to ask questions and find the answers to what is possible. So think about it. Do you moan? Do you complain? Who's the people that are around about you? What vibration are you frequency at? Who are the people that are around about you are stimulating you, rising you up, or they pulling you down? But how often are you asking the powerful questions every single day in a quiet state for you to find the answers consciously in awareness of what appears in your IMAX about what you're going to do with the rest of your life? So questions, what is possible? The vibration and frequency living with purpose, but who is your counsel and who's round about you? And you imagine what happens when you're developed by somebody like me, somebody that's living with purpose and being the example. I got up Kilimanjaro and Everest Base Camp. As I said yesterday, I re-engineer how you think, I re-engineer how you feel. And one thing for sure is, financial wealth personally and professionally, that will increase tenfold. And as me and Jason and Dave came together this week, we're in a room and we're vibrating at a huge frequency. And do you know why? because we understand ourselves in terms of me developing these guys for nearly 8 or 9 years. But it's a consistency of where they say, because they believe in where they're going. They ask powerful questions, and the counsels that they have run about them puts them in a vibration that they believe anything is possible. The question for you this morning is, where are you vibrating and what is your frequency? And what is your answer to the question, what is possible? Bearing in mind, you are here once. Never miss a moment, never miss a day.